Yo, what's going on everyone? It's Sunday and we're just chilling with the family, not doing anything, not going anywhere, but we got some unboxings to do. But before we get to the unboxings, let me just show you how amazing my wife is. Today we're watching the Hawks playoff game. Go Hawks, go Trey. My wife always hooks me up with game food when I'm excited for a sporting event. Look at that. Need that dough. Wow, April, that's crazy. Most people just order pizzas from Domino's and Papa John's. You know that, right?
Not most people.
Oh, how long is this gonna take?
It just has to double in size and then we can bake it.
Okay, cool.
It's a nice warm day, so maybe like an hour, 45 minutes, we'll see.
London, New York, if, when, why, what?
Yo, yeah, I'm in New York. Yeah, I miss you, y'all.
Alright, so what we're gonna be unboxing today is the Palace Skateboard Calvin Klein collaboration. I don't know, if I wasn't vlogging about stuff, I'm not sure if I would have picked it up, but since I am vlogging, I did. But before we get into the unboxing, let's talk about these brands because it's a pretty unique collaboration. We'll start with Palace because I prefer Palace. I actually shop from Palace. I don't really shop at Calvin Klein. I did back in the 90s, or my mom bought me stuff back in the 90s, I'm sure. Girls had the baby doll tops, the denim, obviously underwear is popular. I think I still have Calvin Klein underwear. But these days, I don't really shop at Calvin Klein. Didn't even really know that, you know, they had a thing going. This collaboration is gonna make Calvin Klein like a little bit cooler because they've definitely lost their cool factor over the years. Palace Skateboards is an incredible brand. They started in 2009. That's not that long ago. It's 2022 now, so how many years is that? 13 years? And in 13 years, they've grown to be a huge company. When they first started, they had their clothes in boutiques like Supreme. So they're a skateboard shop, skating apparel shop. And before they were their own shop, they sold their stuff in stores like Supreme. It didn't take them long to have their own brick and mortar, and they have stores all over the world. They're London based, so obviously they have a store in UK, but they have stores here in America, New York, LA, but also in Tokyo. So they're all around the world. It's only been 13 years. It's hard to compare to Supreme because Supreme's been around for so long, but they've made a major impact in the skating community and the fashion community in a short amount of time. And the way they did it was just being super dope. Palace named their company after where the founders used to live. They lived in like really like worn down, crappy, you know, shacks, and they would call it their palace. They have a really cool logo. They call it the Triferg. It's a triangle, and it was designed actually by the director for Marc Jacobs. I forget his name. He's got a really cool name though. He created it as a triangle and as like a constant movement and progress, and it's super hip, super street, super dope. All the kids love it. Even old guys like me are really into Palace. The director, by the way, his name is Fergus Purcell. April just looked it up for me. Thank you, April. She's like my young Jamie for all you Joe Rogan fans. What I think makes Palace unique and propelled them to superstardom in such a short amount of time is the way that they advertise. If you ever catch a Palace advertisement, they like to use, even though they started in 2009, they always use this kind of 80s, 90s, VHS style advert. They're basically like skate videos. These are clothes made by skaters, made for skaters, worn by skaters. So I think a lot of the focus is on the skate community. Make no mistake, they are making a huge impact in the fashion world. And that can be shown and is evident through their collaboration with Ralph Lauren, Moschino, and obviously now Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, on the other hand, they were founded in 1968 by Calvin Klein, and Calvin obviously is most famous for his denim jeans, But I mean, overall, it's just a huge powerhouse, fashion house. And they really made their mark in the 90s. And they do make dope clothes, but one of the reasons that made them ultra successful is their very highly controversial advertising campaigns. They're hypersexualized, and actually they got in a little bit of trouble because they used Brooke Shields in one of their most famous and notorious ad campaigns when she was only 15 years old, and they kind of sexualized her, so there was kind of some backlash with that. They survived that backlash, and to this day they continue to use very sexual ad campaigns. Marky Mark, Justin Bieber, Jennie from Blackpink. They do a really good job of utilizing celebrity and sex appeal to sell their clothing. So you've got one end of the spectrum with Palace that uses kind of like a skate-centric 90s VHS style advertising campaign. And then on the other side, you have Calvin Klein that uses this hypersexual, celebrity-fueled ad campaign. And it was really cool to watch these two companies come together to sell me shit. I think it's really dope. Obviously they use skateboarders, but they also used Willem Dafoe, who is drip god. I don't know how old he is. He must be like pushing 70, maybe he's over 70, but he's still super hype beast, dresses super dope, a fashion icon and a hero of mine. And not in terms of just fashion, but I mean, he's just an amazing actor. And I'm not sure if Calvin Klein had been doing this recently, but I noticed for this collab, they used, different size models. You have plus size models, you have kind of regular size models, and then you got more svelte and more model-esque type of models. So they use like the celebrity fuel type of advertising, but they collabed with a skate company, so they use skateboarders too. So I thought they did a really good job of putting their both of their worlds together, because sometimes you'll get two brands and they're just like so different, and it's hard to like really infuse them together to come out with like one unique, really super dope thing. But I think Calvin Klein and Palace, they really pulled it off. So let's get to this unboxing. I'm pretty hyped up about it. So I picked up this t-shirt. This is pretty popular from the 90s, the CK shirts. Oh man, it's really nice quality. I'm not sure if they use Calvin Klein blanks or Palace blanks, but it seems like Calvin Klein. I just don't have any Calvin Klein right now to compare with, but I do have Palace. But that's really dope. I love how they played with the two logos, Palace, CK. I bought this for April, but she's pregnant. I'll try on the size small. So I'm 6'1", 6'2" on a good day. This is a small. I see people wear t-shirts like this fit. I just don't like it because my arms are so gangly. Like, wow, I look so weird when the sleeves are this short. Technically I would say this shirt fits me, but it's not my style. Wow, yeah, that looks good. I'm really happy with that. That's a size small, right? Mm-hmm. I think it fits you perfectly.
It covers my big belly.
Yeah.
It's definitely clingy to my belly.
Yeah, just a classic fit. It's not supposed to be oversized, so the shoulders hit me just right, like right at my crotch. Sorry, put my crotch in your face, you guys. Hits me on the wrist perfectly, so this is a nice large. Oh, this looks great on me, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it's a very classic fit, very just straight. So I think for this Calvin Klein Palace drop, you're probably going to want to get the size that actually fits you. If you get like a size up for an oversized look, I think it's going to look a little funny just because it's such a classic fit, very just straight. I wish I had better fashion vocabulary, you guys, but I always like to wear a t-shirt under a t-shirt. Oh, really comfy, just something I can just chill in at the crib, I think. Very casual. Oh, it drapes on my body so nicely because it's just so soft. If you get a stiff t-shirt, it's not going to drape like this. It's going to like wing out. I hate that. I've mentioned that in other videos. But this is just so soft and melty, kind of an Essentials vibe, and just kind of the sleeve just falls nicely over my, kind of weird, long, gangly arms. I should try this on for you guys. You guys would probably go crazy. What do you call these? Sports bras? Or I got every colorway for my wife, but I only got the tops because the bottoms were sold out. I think it's in line with the whole ad campaign. The
Body
Calvin-
positivity.
Yeah, body positivity. Damn.
Anytime I show Midge or pregnant, I just think Rihanna. Should I go out like this?
Yo, so Stella looked at April.
There's no pee hole here, by the way.
April's belly and was like, "You look like a turkey."
Yeah, I look like Thanksgiving turkey. It was all shiny because I had just showered and lotioned up.
Is it comfortable?
It's very comfy. Like, I think I could rock this out like at home. It's very good underwear. And actually being pregnant is very comfortable right now.
But worth $30, $40?
Yes, at retail for sure.
And it's Palace too. There's something cool about that band, right?
And you know this medium doesn't...
Whoa, don't take your pants off.
I'm not, this medium doesn't really restrict my belly too bad.
Okay, good maternity wear.
I can recall this smell even before smelling it, like unisex and smelled different.
Yeah, I was just gonna get
men
into
and
that.
women.
So what's really crazy, and while I was talking about, Calvin Klein and appreciating his forward thinking, is CK1 back in the 90s was the first unisex fragrance to become widely popular. I'm sure there was other unisex fragrances, but CK1 was the one that was a global phenomenon, and it became popular to have a gender neutral fragrance. Very citrusy. Everybody remembers the smell.
It does bring back so many memories.
Here's what I like to do.
I think everybody did that.
And then I get into it, and oh my god, wow, that's nostalgia.
Straight up nostalgia.
I'm just sitting here laying down watching the game, and it smells so delicious. April, it smells so good. Now that is how you make game food. I love the little bit of grease puddles inside each pepperoni, like Prince Street pizza. Ooh, look at that cheesy bread. Alright, so looks like the score is 27-26. Atlanta's down by 1 point, looking good. I'm gonna take this slice with a lot of pepperoni on there. Look at that. Damn, that looks fire. 9.1. It was fire. And because the pizza's so good, I think my boys are gonna win tonight. Thanks for dinner, April.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.